morning, everybody. It's morning for me, real early. Got the cat messing with me right now. And it's one of those nights. Well, mornings. Insomnia hitting hard. It's normal. At least for me. Been like this for a very long time. And one of the biggest things is remembering stuff. I like the nighttime. It's a real nice time for me to just relax. It's so few stimulations to deal with. You have no idea how annoying it is to be overly stimulated. Wanted to guest talk about my time in the Marine Corps. I guess I don't want to be overviewing the whole darn thing, but I do want to at least talk about how dumb they really were. Yeah, and I'll say it. I don't really care. I want to fight about it. You can come here and fight me on it. But the main reasoning I'm saying is that a lot of the injuries, the deaths, were easily avoidable. They were very easy to avoid. All it took was a small amount of consideration for the people that you were in charge of. Just a small amount. But I guess that was a little too much to ask for from leadership. Even when I saw a friend of mine going away, now let me correct a little bit on that. Didn't see him during that moment, but I certainly did see him in a few moments after, barely able to move, barely able to breathe, barely hanging on to anything. And trust me, he wasn't the only one. It was normal. There was a whole bunch of people who could barely move right, barely get their jobs done anymore. And Marine Corps, well, our leadership, well, they didn't care. Whole platoons worth of people so badly injured that they can't operate. Mental capabilities lowering so badly that car accidents were happening so often after deployment. After deployment. You would think we'd be relaxing, resting, chilling, trying to kind of reconnect with the people we care about back at home when we finally had, returned from a long deployment. But no, our rest cycle was skipped. When we came back home, we had one bit of a break and then change of commands. The new chain of command did not care about whether or not we would get a rest cycle or not, a proper rest cycle. They thought, hey, you guys got like a few vacation weeks, right? You guys are good. It's like, I have not seen a single person I know and care about for the equivalent of a whole year dealing with people I could barely stand to be in the same room with, either due to their disgusting habits, horrific morality, or immense amount of self-centeredness that literally just permeated throughout all operations and would sometimes get in the way so badly that some operations would not actually be completed due to incompetence. Complete another incompetence. I still won't forget the night of twirling around in the forest because a team lead was overconfident, overly prideful, negligent when it came down to anything outside of himself, wanting to be the navigator for the platoon during our night range. He clearly did not know how to navigate at night. And trust me, I knew this man since boot camp. he wouldn't be able to navigate in the daytime. The thing about me was, back then in the Marine Corps, was that I never took a job that I felt like I would not be able to handle in the long term. I always think about everything in long terms. And throughout my 3 years of being in the Marine Corps, all I could see was the misery I would actually end up experiencing in the long term. But then I realized also that, well, it was the best place I could be at. The best place that I felt belonging. Don't like saying that word with them, because at the end of the day, it was close, but definitely not on target. But compared to everything else in my life, might as well have been on target. Relative to everything else, relativity was close enough, so it worked enough. I guess it did work out, but at what expense? I'm a guy with severe depression, slipped disc in my lower back, damaged disc in my left foot, messed up shoulders, ED, no friends, no family, 2 pets, and just pain and irritation and rage that I have to live with. I have my PFP be a black hole. Well, my profile page be a black hole, because that's what happens when enough of you dies on the inside. Anyway, I hope everyone's having a nice night. I hope everyone's trying their best to get their sleep in, if you can. And if you can't, you better make some time for that. Because I may have known a lot of selfish people, but there is a level of self-care that must be managed on a regular basis. I don't care about myself at all, but I care about what's right. I care about what's correct. Because that's what makes things move forward. Not how I feel about things. And trust me, you don't want to know how I feel about things, really. Anyway, y'all have a good one. I'm going to try and get some sleep if I can, but it is early enough for me to maybe be like, and might as well just make the brain drink, get my vitamins in, start the training, because it's already this early and I can't sleep. That's just how it is for me. Just a daily thing. Well, that's it. Hope y'all have a good one, if you even made it to this point in the video. I have ADHD and autism, but yeah, everybody else seems to have the most severe ADHD I've ever seen in my life these days. I don't know. I'm about to post this on TikTok, and I already look at the analytics, so I already know it's going to get to this point. So, y'all have a good one. See you.